Now, to deal with this complicated relationship, we need one thing, a trade compass. A compass that will show us कि किस दिशा में जाएगा भारत का फ्यूचर ट्रेड. वेल, अगर आज की कहानी को समझना है तो कल की यादों को ताजा कर लेते हैं. So let's rewind the clock, not to decades but to centuries. At that time, India wasn't just a part of global economy. India was the global economy. Traders from across the world came to India. But why? Why India? Because India had the best fabrics, the best jewels and the best spices. इसीलिए तो इंडिया को सोने की चिड़िया कहा जाता था. The East India Company came to India for trade, not with their armies. But we know how it all turned out. Over the time, they took our wealth, they pushed our traders aside, and our factories were shut down. India lost it all. But things are changing. India is rising. और अभी एक क्वेश्चन आता है, where do we go from here? To decide the right direction, first let's understand where we are today and what is India's current trade landscape. India is now the 5th largest economy in the world. Our top trade partners are US, China, UAE, Europe and other Asian countries. We export IT services, pharmaceuticals, textiles and even engineering goods that add up to $800 billion a year. But there's another story to it. With China, for every 100 rupees of goods we buy from them, we sell back only about 80 rupees. So basically, it's like calling over a friend for dinner, serving them a 5-star buffet, but in return, you will get Son Papri ka dabba. Well, that's exactly our $99 billion trade deficit story with China. And इसीलिए तो PM Modi and Dr. S. Shankar has pushed the idea of Atmanirbhar Bharat by boosting local manufacturing and cutting down imports. But just when you think this story wasn't dramatic enough, boom! Breaking news. The next headline stars USA, our top trade partner. Recently, USA has added tariffs on many Indian goods like textiles, auto parts, chemicals and even seafood. These tariffs can go up to 50%. Now imagine if you are a businessman. The thing you're selling at 100 is now sold at 150 rupees. A person sitting right there would not understand the emotional turmoil that business person would be feeling right now. But why? Why all this sudden tariffs? Well, there's multiple reasons to it. Russia's oils are being imported by India. And this makes US kind of insecure, I would say. Also, there are trade imbalances going on and USA's reciprocal tariff policy. So, basically, we would think that what would India do in this situation? Chartered accountants, what would you do in this situation? Well, India isn't sitting quietly. We are building over free trade agreements for 40 plus countries like UK, China, Europe, Australia and many more. You see, when one door shuts down, India can build a global corridor. USA and India both know that they need each other. We need US for the tech and investment. US needs us for our big market and talent. So we are negotiating and trying to bring things back to normal. Now let's understand India's trade compass. Upar dekho, wave the USA, tech, defense, AI. Free trade agreement talks might be slow, but definitely worth the wait. अभी नीचे जाते हैं. Latin America, the new frontier for pharma, agriculture and minerals. Look over east and meet South Korea, Japan and other Asian countries, known for their resilient supply chain. Now, if you look over west, we will meet Saudi and other African countries, often overlooked, but very critical for our energy and infrastructure. अभी आप लोगों ने हिस्ट्री जान ली, प्रेजेंट को देख लिया, ब्राजील को भूल जाए. ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? वेल, ब्राजील के साथ हमारा ट्रेड इज अबाउट $12.2 billion, but with better agreements and smooth investment protections, these can go up to $20 billion. So, Brazil gives us soy, cotton, sugar, and many more. And we give Brazil agrochemicals, pharmaceuticals, and engineering goods. It's kind of a trade partnership. अभी आता है future में. Let's divide it into 3 things. Like playing a game, first level, second level, third level. Come to short term, spanning for 3 years. These time will be utilized for fast-track agreements, deepening our ties with Asian countries and upgrading how we do trade. Because there's a lot of red tapeism going now. Free trade agreements can boost our exports to around 10 to 15%. Let's go to the second level, medium term. We will expand our footprint in Africa and other Latin America countries. Why? Africa alone can bring $200 billion worth bilateral trade by 2030. It's really critical for our clean energy future, since Africa has a lot of minerals that we need. And here comes the third level, beyond 2030. This time, India should not only play the